Hello, people of Surfer Shark, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be doing what I thought of Johnny Test. You see this theme from opinionated videos on shows. So, if you don't know, Johnny Test is this show about this 11-year-old boy named Johnny Test and his dog, who is really just a dog who's been genetically modified by his sisters to talk. I don't know, science fiction. But it's a show that the original show ran for like 6 seasons on some network. I don't know. I watched it on Netflix. It's on Netflix, but it's not made by Netflix. Anyways, and he has these two genius sisters. They're twins, 13-year-old Susan and Mary, and they do experiments, and sometimes he is the subject of those experiments. And it's funny because Susan and Mary have very distinctive glasses shaped like stars and moons, and then red hair, and then bows shaped like stars and moons. It seems to be their thing. But anyways, so he is also very mischievous. He goes to school, and oh yeah, his dog's name is Dookie, and he lives with his parents. His dad, Hubert, I think it is, something like that. He's a stay-at-home dad, and his mom, Lila, who's a working mom. I forget what she does. But he goes to school at Pork Belly. Oh yeah, he lives in Pork Belly, this random town in an unknown state in America. And Pork Belly elementary school, and he's a fifth grader at Pork Belly Elementary School, and he has his teacher, Mr. Teacher Man. And then there's like Bully and Sissy, who's also kind of like a bully. I don't know. It's this whole thing. Now, I used to watch Johnny Test when I was in the first grade, and that was actually a pretty bad idea. The reason being is because Johnny Test, for relevant information, is incredibly mischievous. Like, he is incredibly disobedient. He is not a very well-behaved kid at all. He disobeys and disrespects his parents a lot. And, yeah, and he is always getting himself into stupid situations because he makes stupid decisions. And my idea as a 6 and 7-year-old watching Johnny Test was that all middle schoolers behaved like this. That's what I thought. I thought that all 11-year-olds behaved like Johnny Test does, which is somebody who doesn't study, he doesn't do his homework, or at least doesn't do it very well. He doesn't listen. I honestly thought that his jerk behavior was just that was what all people his age must have acted like. And then I became that age, but it was long before I became that age that I realized, wait, Johnny Test is just one specific kid. And also, the thing in the show that, especially around season 4, became incredibly annoying was the whip crack sound effect. Like, every time a character would speak, there'd be a whip crack. And I guess I didn't pay attention to it before, but now when I watch these episodes, it drives me insane. And sometimes the episode plots were not the best, because the episodes are usually like 10 minutes long, so they're cramming a lot into 10-minute long episodes. And then sometimes, yeah, the plots can repeat, a lot of people on the internet will tell you that there's a repeating plot of doing races with all the villains. But there was 7 episodes like that. I feel like if the show was rated Y7, it's probably actually younger than that. I watched it when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe. It's definitely a good kind of show, I guess, when you're a younger kid, because I didn't even notice the whip cracks. What I would say about Johnny Test is it's funny, kind of, but it's a lot of bathroom humor. It's kind of like little kid humor. It's definitely the kind of show for a younger child, despite being about an 11-year-old boy. I would say the audience is more suited to us 7-year-olds. Not really the kind of show that I find interesting now as an almost 14 and a half year old. Uh, it's not that interesting. So I would recommend it for children who are really, I wouldn't say toddlers, but I'd say and not babies, because babies technically aren't supposed to be watching TV. But anyways, um, I would recommend it for kids aged maybe 6 to 8, the rough audience. Yeah, if you're an adult or a teenager or even a tween watching this, I don't think you're gonna find that much entertainment value out of Johnny Test. It can be very repetitive and very. But also, if you're a parent watching this, be careful, because the morals of Johnny Test aren't very good. He lies a lot, and he misbehaves a whole lot. So it's really not the best idea to be filling your kid's head with. And also, you might want to remind your kid that this is not how kids should behave, and not every kid behaves like this, because they do make bad behavior kind of funny, which I think, yeah, it goes a little to those bounds. Anyways, this is just my opinion. If you like this show, or that's fine. Just take it with a pinch of salt. Anyways, I hope that you all have a great day and a great rest of your weekend. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing, liking, and turning on notifications if you want. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.